Do, 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 do. What's up, everyone? How's everybody Monday? Just give it a couple of minutes for everybody to jump in. What's up, Uncensored? Are you on mute? Oh,
What's up? What's up?
what's up, man? How you doing today, man?
Not much. One second, let me check on my son. He's not feeling well.
Oh, wow. Okay. Go ahead, man. What's up, Danny Savage?
What's up? Hey,
How's your Monday?
Mondays suck, but I can't complain though.
Yeah. What's up, Nate Dog? Yeah, I was off today, so I said let me get on here for a few.
You gotta
That
love
like
Mondays, man.
that
Mondays are the
TGIF.
best.
I never had that. It's always worked, always different shifts, different days. So a lot of times my Mondays was like a Wednesday or something like that.
Yeah. What's up, OG?
What's happening?
OG in the house.
How y'all doing?
Yeah, we're doing. Can't complain. It's Monday.
Happy President's Day.
Yeah.
I was unaware of that.
Yeah. So I just want to get here. Really, I want to talk about the offensive lines and the defensive line, and like how many positions. I mean, how many tackles and guards that's gonna be in the first, second, third round.
Hey, before we get, hey, champ, I think you got a bad echo.
No, that's OG.
That me?
Yeah, somebody got an echo.
Hold on. I gotta. It might be me. I gotta put my stuff in there. Hold on.
Yeah, you hear the echo now?
Nah, it's good now.
Yeah, it's
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I want to talk about the who the top prospects on the offensive line and defensive line.
Hello.
Yeah, we hear you.
we can hear you, OG.
Yeah,
Just
we hear you.
just tell me which one you want to go first, and
Okay.
we'll talk.
Okay, yeah, cause Savage, you the man for this.
What do you want to go, offense or defense?
I'm gonna go offense first.
All right.
Offense first, because a lot of teams. I think with the first 15 picks, normally you don't see a lot of uh, offensive linemen go that high unless they're just that good. Normally it'd be the quarterbacks, uh, but not running backs, but maybe like wide receivers, defensive tackles, defensive ends. But actually, you don't see that many. You see a lot of offensive tackles, but not that many guards. So my thing is, okay, if the Cowboys do not uh, trade down, what offensive tackles or guards may be in that range if they fall to Cowboys?
Well, we'll start with tackles. Everyone throws out a different one. Some people like Banks from out of Texas. Other people are like Wyatt Mullen out of West Virginia. Then a lot of people are like Will Campbell from LSU. He's a left tackle. So I gave you all three. I gave you three left tackles right there. Those are your top three. in my opinion, after that, the offensive tackle position is a big drop. Guard wise, the number one guard is Tyler Booker from Alabama. He's like 6'6", 350. I actually saw him play as a freshman. Yeah, his freshman year, I've seen him play. He's from Connecticut, played his freshman year in Jersey. Then he went to IMG for 3 years in Florida. And then from there, he went to Bama. He's just, and he was that big as a freshman in high school.
350. What?
Yeah.
So he might be in the first round, or
You know what it is? His grades are all over the place because, as crazy as it sounds, he's a slot. In my opinion, he's a little kind of a sloppy pass rusher.
oh,
Some people might want. I mean, he's a mauler. Listen, there's a million highlight tapes of him out there, but
yeah,
he does have sloppy feet in the pass protection. But overall, offensive line in general, it's a very below average year. Me personally, I don't see a center being drafted to like late 2, early 3. Last year we had like 2 centers go in the first round. We had like 7 offensive linemen go in the first round. You got to look at, you figure you have needs, but then are they going to be there? You know, Kansas City's going to be looking to redo their line. You look in the Redskins are going to be looking to go offensive linemen. The Raiders, Dallas, but are they going to be there? The Jets pick in front of us at 7. The Jets offensive line is horrendous. So we'll talk about people that pick in front of Dallas. Dallas picks 12. The Jets offensive line is horrendous. The 49ers need help either on the 49ers can go O-line very easily, or line, in my opinion. It's a below average class, so you might see a team reach. I mean, but it is a below average. I don't know if it's a below average class or just maybe like the last 2 years we got like, we got too much talent, and we saw so much talent going round 1. So we got spoiled, I think, in the last 2 years. And now we're back to reality. But the weakness at those positions make defensive end, defensive tackle, I'm going to say 25 to 30, probably out of the first 60 picks, 50 picks. It's going to be dominated because that's where the strength of this draft is: defensive end, defensive tackle, tight end, and running back.
and you know what? Those are the 4 positions that the Cowboys need.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, because you know what? I can live without them drafting the first round tight end.
Yeah. You can also see, I think it's possibility 3 tight ends go round 1. It's a possibility. Right. I mean, in my opinion, the kid Tyler Warren, the Penn State tight end, he's going to go in the top 10 picks, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, y'all were looking at an early mock draft. He was around like in the 20s. And then now, they shot him up to at least to 7 or 8 right now.
After that USC game where he played wide receiver, center, everything, I actually noticed him 2 years ago because the Giants drafted Penn State tight end last year, Theo Johnson, in round 3, who I was really, really high on. And I see this kid. He had 7 touchdowns last year, Tyler Warren. I'm like, who the hell is this kid? But he wasn't eligible to come out yet. And I think he's going to go. I can see him going to the Jets too. I mean, Aaron Rodgers is gone, but the Jets don't have it. The Jets have skill. The Jets have 3 monster running backs. They got like 3 monster wide receivers. The Jets need honestly, offensive line, tight end, and a quarterback. But I think they might go like free agency, honestly, I think. Because there's not a quarterback. By 7, in my opinion, I think Sanders and Cam Ward are going to be off the board. So I don't see them reaching for a quarterback at 7. Listen, if you're picking 5, 6, 7, 8, you're probably looking to trade back. You want to go back. You really, really do. Unless you have one of these, like, monster defensive ends on your board. And
Yeah.
Abdul,
Right.
he's probably going to go number 1 overall. If not, it's something which probably popped up at the combine with an injury or something like that, which I don't see. But you're going to see a shitload of edges and defensive tackles. That's the strength. It is what it is. I mean, corner class, I don't think is that strong. I think the safety class is 10 times stronger. And honestly, after like maybe 7, 8 wide receivers, this draft falls off a cliff, to be honest.
Right.
In my opinion. But
Yeah. Because my thing is,
Go ahead. Sorry.
oh, go ahead.
Hey, Savage, I
Can
got a
y'all hear me?
question for you.
shoot.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can hear you. Savage, I got a question for you. So how many picks do the Cowboys got? 7, 8?
It's going.
I know
They
they
got
haven't done I know they haven't done the compensatory picks yet because you got to go through free agency first.
Some people are saying 8. Some people are saying 10. We don't know. But the sad part is the majority of these picks are going to be round 5 picks. We're going to have probably like 4 round 5 picks.
So if we had, let's just say 8 to be conservative. If we had 8, ignore the player. What positions would you draft in that order? If with your 8 picks, like what's the order of importance? Is it offensive line the first pick, running back?
I'm gonna go offense. I'm gonna go offense, and then I'm cool with going an edge and a defensive tackle round 2, round 3, because I know we don't have a 4th because we gave it away for Mingo. Listen, from 5 to 7, I'm confident I can get 2 running backs. There's no reason. And because the reason I'm against Gentry is because if you take Gentry and you pass on the defensive tackles and defensive edges, you see their talent nosedive, but you see solid production from running backs in all 7 rounds. Me, I got to go trenches. I mean, I would go offensive line, and then I got no problem going. Like I said, it depends who falls to you, but I would have no problem going offensive line. Then
Yeah, the way I'm thinking is, if let's just say you got complete control of the board. Let's just put it this way: if you had every pick from pick 1 through 8, what order would you go?
I would go defensive line 1, offensive line 2, or vice versa. You can go vice versa there. I would go D line again. So you go offensive line, D line twice, and that would be a combination of 1 D tackle, 1 D edge, unless a monster D tackle slides to me. We don't have a round 4 pick unless we get a comp round 4. But the problem with that is it's going to be super late. It's going to be at the end of the 4th round. So it's going to be almost like a carbon copy of last year's draft, where you're probably going to see Dallas trade back to pick up another pick, because after the 3rd round, we go like almost 80 picks before we pick again. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like I
just don't know if they do that in the 1st round. Maybe in the 2nd they trade back.
Would
But
you go?
I think with the bad head coaching position, they're going to be looking to make a splash.
Well,
Would you go D tackle or tackle?
Now I think the splash, it might be Gentry. I hate that.
I hate that too, because everyone's just going to go out and buy his jerseys. And then when you see the talent in round 2, round 3, round 4, round 5, round 6, round 7 of running backs, it's disgusting.
I think it's going to be left tackle, Savage. because they don't
Yeah.
have anybody to replace. They don't trust Guyton. They don't trust anybody on the team. I think gonna be left.
I don't have a problem with that. But I'm also hearing they might go into the season with Austin Richards at left tackle and Brock Hoffman at right guard. But then you still got to draft O lineman because now you have no depth. So then what? Are you going to cut Steele, throw Guyton to right tackle, which I think is a good move? But then, you got Austin Richards at left tackle, who I don't think has ever looked awesome, and Brock Hoffman. I mean, Brock Hoffman's a tough player, but we're right back though. We're right back though to zero depth and nobody, and then we have to go out and draft. I mean, if you're talking like 11, 12, those, but like Uncensored said, I can see Jerry making a trade to go ahead, because when you have a draft that's, how can I phrase this, not talented as past drafts, you can trade forward and it's going to cost you a lot less. So like when I think it was 13 when Dallas drafted Mo Claiborne, we moved up like 9 slots for only 9. We moved up like 9 to 10 picks only for a round 2. That's all we gave up to move up for Claiborne. The pick sucked, but for the value of moving up was great. So if you want to move up to get somebody, the only people I could see them moving up for to make a splash would be, as crazy as it sounds, but it has to be like an impact player, and it's going to be either Sanders, Colorado, Cam Ward, Miami quarterback, or Abdul Carter. I can't see anyone else why they would want to go up and get them. But in the exact same sentence, when Dallas traded up for Mo Claiborne, and this is scary, they had Mo Claiborne as the highest rated corner since Deion Sanders. And that was 1989, that was when Deion came out.
Have you seen Josh Simmons play from tackle
Ohio State? Offensive tackle Ohio State.
Man,
Yeah, but
you see his footwork though?
Yeah, he is, but he blew his knee out like late in the season. A lot of guys are high on him. I'm more higher on their left guard, Donovan Jackson, who was their left guard. Then they threw him out to left tackle. Josh Simmons will probably go late first rounder, but we're not in a position, I don't think, to be spending draft picks on guys with injuries. But that's
how old is it though? He said it happened in the middle of the season. Okay. How was he after the injury though?
I don't know. He had a surgery. He'll probably show up at the combine, but I don't think he's going to do anything. We don't know. So that's the crazy part. From now until then, so many things can change.
And that's at
when is the combine?
It's in February. Probably the end of the month.
Okay. Because I know I'm definitely going to be looking at the guards and tackle position. Now, but like you said, with the defense by the Cowboys picking up a new defense coordinator.
February 27th to March the 2nd, it starts the combine.
Oh, okay. Okay. So as far as defensive ends, if you was this for all of y'all on the panel, for the defensive ends, what type of player would y'all be looking for to fit this team? Would it be a speed, or would it be a physical defensive end, or a pass rusher? I mean, what type of player y'all looking for?
Edge rusher.
Because
you know that if you get too many pass rushers,
you want them to be different. I would want.
Yes.
Me personally, I would want, if we went edge at 12, I would want him to be the complete opposite of Micah Parsons. I would want him to be that 6'6", 6'7", 270-pound, as Jerry calls them, his war daddies, whatever the fuck he says. I don't even know why he calls them that, to be honest with you. But I would there are a few. There's a good 6 guys that have that size. It is a great edge class. But I'm a nitpicker. But when I do this, I have to nitpick. The only problem is a lot of the edges are undersized by NFL standards, but they're crazy, crazy productive in college. It's just, can they do that in the NFL on a consistent basis without wearing down? But the edge class is crazy. There's a good 6'7" guys, like I said, have that prototypical 6'6", 6'7", 250, 260-pound build. And then, like, after maybe 7 of them, you see like a bunch of guys that are like 6'2", 6'3", but have had 16, 17 sack seasons, have had 30, 40 sacks over their career in college. So, I mean, I can listen. We don't even have a D line, man. I got no problem with,
We really don't. We really don't.
Yeah, we don't. I got no problems going trenches first 3 picks, getting one offense, getting a left tackle, and then getting a defensive end and a defensive tackle. I don't have a problem. I got no problem waiting on running back. It just sucks that we don't have a 4th round pick. So, and every other team knows that. So Dallas is going to be open for business to trade back.
Hey, fellas, I got to slide out for a work call. It's going to be about 20 minutes. I'll be right back if y'all still on.
Okay, man.
All right.
What about linebacker? I mean, do we still suck there?
Yeah. Who do we have?
They got Louisville. To me, he's the best one right now.
Yeah.
From Notre Dame. He just need to be coached up, because I've seen that he got, like, you know how potential is, but you see he got potential, but it, like, at times he get lost in certain plays, and maybe because that was Mike Zimmer. Now you're going back to a different defensive scheme.
Yeah, well, yeah. He didn't start. He only started, I think, at the end of the season a little bit when Overshown got hurt. But Maris Leofau didn't start. My only thing with him is he's talented and he can cover the pass. He's a good blitzer. But I just think versus the run, he's kind of undersized. And in my opinion, he was a reach. He was a reach in the 3rd round. Just like Marshawn Nealon, he was a reach in round 2. He was. It is what it is. And I said,
oh man, you have no argument for me. I say you could have got him in the 4th round, 4th or 5th round.
I mean, he was my 5th rank edge in a horrible edge class. But it was. See, that's the problem, though, when you draft for need.
And also, I'm thinking that the Cowboys also have a big problem drafting for size as well. The Nealon is a big boy, but the Cowboys always they get the dick hard when they see somebody who's like 6'7", 6'8",
right?
Yeah,
with long arms.
So Lawrence is out of here then.
You got some. I'll tell you, there's a lot of big.
Is Lawrence out of here?
I think so.
Yeah,
he's got to replace him there. Okay.
Yeah. They're already talking about him going to the Redskins. He can go, bro. He can go.
Because the money, I mean, you got too much money on him.
Yeah. Who gave him too much money, too, though?
Yeah.
I mean, he good runner.
Yeah, they did. They really did. I mean, it's the front office.
Yeah.
Me personally, just my 2 cents. I didn't see any other NFL team paying a guy $150 million plus to stop the run. That's me personally. Everyone says, "Oh, but he got close." Okay, yeah, all right. Then he's a great run stopper. All right, then just throw a defensive tackle. If you're so concerned about your edges and you want to pay him $150 million, then put a defensive tackle out there, and I can justify that. And, he'll get his 3 sacks throughout the year, defensive tackle. But I never would have signed Tank Lawrence. Think about it. Tank Lawrence had 1 good year, and that was his contract year. That's it.
Actually, he had 2 years. I think he had 13 half sacks, and he had 10 half sacks. And after he got that money, everything went down the hill. He ain't do nothing.
Yeah.
Now,
Yeah.
okay. Let me ask you this, Savage. With what's the guy name again? Nealon. With Nealon.
Marshall.
Yeah. Would you put 30 pounds on him and just move him inside?
I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't see any other options, but once again, this is the problem when you draft guys and then you change coaches every year. You got, just like Zimmer came into what was left of Dan Quinn's defense, Eberflus or whatever the hell his name is. He's walking into nothing, to be honest with you, bro. There's nothing. I mean, Nealon, but I said that. I said Nealon had zero bend. You can throw. I don't know why it's so hard for these guys to put on weight, to be honest with you, but you could probably leave him at 5 or throw him into 3, to be honest with you. But he's not. He's never going to get you. He's not a 15, 20 sack guy. I'm sorry.
I don't know. I definitely don't see him as a pass rush. I see him more of a run stopper.
Yeah.
Right.
And we also, like they were talking, I was reading this morning, they were saying they're going to cut Donovan Wilson. We need 2 running backs too, but I don't have a problem. I mean, you can get a monster running back like round 2, round 3, and then wait to even day 3. There'll be so much talent on day 3. You can get another running back on day 3, but because they're already saying that people are going to offer Rico. I mean, listen, did Rico have 1,000 yards? Yes.
Yeah.
I think that averages out to like 52 yards a game. That doesn't impress me. I'm sorry, it just doesn't. So if we do have money to spend, I would rather see that money spent on a defensive tackle up front.
Or offense. Yeah. I think between the offensive line and the defensive line, I think the defensive line is more of a dire need than offensive line. I mean, as far as where you put majority of your money at.
No, you're right, because we have nobody. If you really think about it, we don't even have bodies on our D line. Right now, our D line these are guys that are under contract. You got Micah, Maxi Pad, Nealon, and Sam Williams.
You said Maxi Pad Savage. That was funny.
That's who we got under contract.
Right.
Osa's a free agent. Tank's a free agent.
And I don't agree giving Osa give him the free agent tag.
I agree. I wouldn't.
He didn't show us anything down the stretch. I didn't see it. Did y'all see it?
No. Last season, he was the 50th ranked defensive tackle in the NFL. So no way am I tagging him and paying him $23 million, and especially a 3-tech that wears that. Now, I'm sorry, I've said it since day one. He was undersized, and he would always play good the beginning of the season, but him, like Micah, he would wear down at the end of the season. He's not a big guy. He's not.
What's up, 80? What's up, Eshawn?
What's up?
If y'all want to come on, I can put a link in.
Yeah,
but yeah, man. Like I said, man, because that's another problem with this front office. They need to stop changing philosophy. Stop changing their identity. Stick with a certain offense and stick with a certain defense.
Right.
And stop going the next best thing.
No, absolutely. I mean, these young kids on defense, this will be the 3rd defense they're learning in a row in 3 years. Quinn, Zimmer, now it's Eberflus. They're learning 3rd defense.
Because now I heard that Eberflus Eberflus, what his name is. His defense is kind of similar to Dan Quinn, but when I like I said when I went back and looked at Eberflus when on the roster when he was at the Colts, the Colts they had defensive tackles, man.
Yeah, they had
a team.
DeForest Buckner, who they traded a 1 for.
Yes.
They had some size up front. They had some good size linebackers. That's another thing too. You can say, listen, Kendricks ain't coming back. Me personally, I don't see Overshown coming back until 2026, to be honest with you. The kids had 3 knee operations in the span of a year and a half. And let's say, I don't think any of us look at Dallas being like 16-0. If we're like, it's the end of the season and we're 2-13, why would you even attempt to bring back Overshown at that point?
That early, man. Oh, everybody want to say 1980, Easton, Dog Pound, Nate Dogg. Everybody that's the 6 people that's in, or 5 people now, welcome. Hit that like button. Maybe if you want to. I don't care. I'm not getting paid for it. but it's another thing about this front office, they always rushing back their injured people. And especially Overshown, man, Overshown is the type of person that you need him to recover 100%. You don't need him to come back at 85%. He don't need to be rushed back.
No, absolutely. Yeah, I agree. I don't think.
And with him, so I remember what you said about him being an undersized linebacker. Well, you have to go back to you remember Dexter Coakley?
Yeah, but
Cowboys always had this kneeling to be drafted undersized linebackers because of their speed.
Right.
Coakley was much, much shorter and wider than Overshown.
Yeah.
But Coakley still was going to be a 2nd-round pick. Jimmy, you're going to laugh, but Jimmy Johnson was going to draft Dexter Coakley. and Jerry Jones jumped in front of him and he drafted Dexter Coakley because Jimmy was going to take him. But like I said, in my opinion, like Overshown's much taller. I think Overshown's like 6'3". Coakley, I mean, I don't know.
5'5", 5'8", something like that.
I was gonna say like 5'10"ish, man. Dexter Coakley. Oh yeah, Dexter Coakley he played like a dog, bro. He was tough, man, and especially for his size.
And then you remember Jalen Smith before he got injured in college, he was projected to be a top 5 pick.
Oh, absolutely.
But when you see how he played, man, my opinion, because this is all opinionated, I don't see no difference from his game from Parsons.
You know what it is though with Jalen Smith?
Parsons a free agent?
No.
I'm talking about his game plan.
Okay.
The thing is with Jalen Smith, if he doesn't hurt his knee, he's a top 5 pick. They said he was never going to walk again. You know what I'm trying to say? So to even do what he did, you got to give the kid props. And you can't, drop foot. No one's ever come back from it. And he probably didn't either. But he's such an athletic freak that he did his best. But in my opinion, it's like, even like Maxi Pad, I'm not a fan of him. And I said that from day one. But, you're sitting at home with your family and your phone rings and, hello, this is Jerry Jones. Like, you're going to say, like, you can't blame these kids. You got to blame the front office. You got to blame the scouts. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, but also this year, like, I can see even though we have no offensive line pretty much, and we have no D line, I can see Jerry taking Gentry at 12, 100%. Because how many people think about it? Who's going to buy an offensive tackle's jersey at 12? Nobody.
Nobody.
Who's going to buy a defensive tackle's jersey at 12? Nobody.
Nobody.
No.
He drafts Austin Gentry. People will be buying 10 at a time.
Oh, and you know what? And Gentry, his rating for jersey sales probably in the top 3 too.
Yeah.
That's how Cowboys look at the draft.
They drop for marketing purposes instead of what's going to get you there. You have to draft your meat and gravy. I mean, because really,
Right.
when they drafted Tyron Smith, they lucked up on Frederick, and really, they lucked up on Zach Martin as well. Those 3 players right there got their offensive line to be one of the best for like a 4-year period.
Yeah.
And
Yeah. I agree with you, Ishan. That's all. They only talk about Gentry because that's the only one they know. These dudes don't watch football. There's 30 running backs in this draft, man. That's
Man,
why, if we take Gentry at 12, you're gonna see the talent. You're gonna see the talent 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's gonna make you sick, man. Like the only other team I think in round 1 that's gonna draft a running back is I think maybe the Redskins. The Redskins are a possibility, or they might reach for like a defensive lineman or offensive line. But I think the Redskins are gonna want to run back. Come round 2. I know the Giants could take in a running back with their second round pick.
If they draft Gentry, I don't want it, but I won't be mad at it. Even though we got trouble at the left side tackle position, that's something I have to live with. But other than that, I do see this draft in they're deep in running backs right now.
Yeah, I mean,
because I just don't trust anybody on the team right now in the left tackle position. So if you sign Dak Prescott to this contract, you want to keep him upright, and besides his injuries, I don't. If they don't draft the left tackle first round, you can say goodbye to Dak Prescott in 2025 because of his injuries.
No, absolutely.
And it's horrible mechanics of throwing the ball. You signed his contract. You saw the games last year before he got injured, how the way the ball was coming out of his hand. I say it's not getting any better. They're trying to cover up Band-Aids over and over his injuries. They're going to continue to hunt him like Tony Romo. I see them signing a left tackle. I'm not saying they're not going to run it back. They got to protect their investment. So I'm just trying to. Somebody talk me off the edge here. Am I going crazy?
No, I agree with you, OG, 100%. But look at last year. We paid Dak. We made Dak the highest paid player in the NFL, and we had an offensive tackle changing positions who went to 2 different colleges, but only started 13 games at right tackle. He went to Texas Tech and Oklahoma, Tyler Guyton. He started 2 games at tight end at Texas Tech, and then he started 13 games at right tackle at Oklahoma. So that's how much they thought of their investment next year. What's up,
Ishan?
No, I'm good, man. I'm just at work, man. Just at the office getting some shit done. So
nice.
Yeah. So
Say, OG, do me a favor. OG, do me a favor. Go to the running backs and hit the order.
I can only hop on for a couple of minutes, but
okay.
I'm on running back. Yeah, I'm on running back. Hold on, wait. I gotta go back.
Because my thing is, I want to because.
I mean, on Fifth Show he showed the full list of running backs. It's deep as fuck. Savage, you were talking about. So
look at that. Caleb Johnson.
He's a monster.
Trayvon Henderson.
The only thing that scares me about Caleb, because I say both ways, the only thing that scares me about Caleb Johnson is he was a 1-year wonder, but he had a great year. And he has good – he's like 6 foot 230.
Can I show Phil?
No, don't do that. No.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's,
I don't want
it's
them.
such a deep draft. It's
Let's
such
go
a
with
deep
yards.
draft.
Let's go with yards, though.
You're gonna see running backs going in the 5th round that you're just gonna shake your head. You're gonna be like, oh my god, you know.
But I gotta be honest with you, man. I think that these guys are gonna draft Gentry, man.
100. I believe so too.
Wait a
Because,
minute.
I
This
mean-
guy had 2,000 yards.
No.
mean-
That's just no. That was 40 yards.
I mean,
Uh,
look,
oh,
I
yeah.
think Gentry's a talented player, man. But like, I think these guys are just a bunch of our content creators are driving home this narrative that we need him and shit. To
And
the
we
point where I
don't.
think that- no, we don't. And I agree. It would be stupid for us to get him in the 1st round. But like, I just fuck. I can see I can see him doing it, man. In the fucking Cowboys' own world.
Yeah, absolutely. Because they're gonna sell millions and millions of Gentry,
Especially because of the jersey sales and all that stuff. Yeah.
I'll
Look at that.
4,000.
Look at last year, 374 attempts.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's a lot of miles.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, but I'm gonna be honest. Like they played 2 tough teams. They played Oregon and Penn State. After that, and he did good. He has heart, you know. But after that, they played St. Mary's, you know, College of the Blind, bro. You know, he had, and you know, I'm sorry, man. There's kids in the Big Ten that ran for 1,500 yards. I think that's a little bit more impressive
Yeah.
than Gentry's division. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's just
look, it's
Hampton is a monster. He like
What about Hampton?
he has 2 good years of production.
Ooh, Hampton ain't bad.
No, it's
Man.
I don't. See,
we're in trouble this year.
I
guys.
can- yeah.
I'm just saying. Be
I can
prepared,
see
man.
Hampton going like late round 1, like 30, 31. It all depends. I guess Buffalo may be taking him.
Oh, Hampton is thick though. He got a little body weight
Yeah.
on him too.
Yeah. Like the last 2 years, he's averaged 1,500 yards, and I believe the year before, like 790 of them were after contact.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah. Honestly, I can see the Redskins taking him. I
Mhm.
can see the Redskins taking him round 1.
Mm.
Yeah.
Hey, OG, do me a favor.
Along with Daniel.
Go
Yeah.
go to defensive tackle.
Okay.
Guys, we're in big time trouble this year, man. Serious shit. We'll be lucky to win
Yeah.
6 games.
Yeah. We know about Graham.
Yeah.
Okay. What about go back up to number 3. Okay, who was
Okay.
Mason Graham, 318.
He's big. He's bigger than
Wait a
that,
minute.
and he
Another
plays
Michigan
bigger than
player.
that. When he was a pure freshman, he was better than Maxi Pad, and they shared the same field. And I'm like, who the hell is this kid? He is not the traditional Michigan defensive lineman that sits back and catches the block. He gets upfield. He doesn't dance with his old lineman. He has violent hands, jacks them up, throws them to the left or the right, and his lateral speed is phenomenal. And like I said, I've been watching him for 3 years. Beast. He was the best defensive tackle 3 years ago on that team, Mason Graham. And I don't see him. They're blowing him up like crazy, man.
Let's go back. Okay.
Walter Nolan, very good.
Um,
If you put size on him, you can slide. He's a good 3. He gets up the field.
Hey, OG,
Yeah.
put that tankathon on the main
In the comment
yeah.
section, because
Yeah,
80
comment
was
section.
asking.
Oh well, yeah. I'm on. Hold on. Oh, I gotta go to.
I can do it if need be.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead, Sean.
Now, I know about that Kentucky defensive tackle.
Yeah, he's fallen, but his 2020, my opinion, he was making a business decision. Walt,
Look at that, 6'6",
John
345.
De'Anthony Walker, and like he had a load of tackles and he had like 5 sacks, and everyone's calling it a bad year because the year before he had like more tackles and he had 90 sacks. But he probably. They're saying 345. Nah, bro. He's like 360. He's going to diet down for the combine, but he's gonna play it like 360. He's a beast. The kid Derek Harmon, he was a Michigan State transfer, and he has his stats, and he's a monster versus the run at Oregon. Alfred Collins,
Yeah, I know about him at Texas.
TJ Sanders, really good.
They
One of my
beat this
sleeper
year.
guys is I got laughed at, but Darius Alexander out of the MAC, like he just stood out to me week after week after week. He's and now they're talking about him as a second rounder. Shamar Turner has, Texas A&M in general, man. They got 3 defensive linemen with so much talent, but
Right.
they just haven't really shown so much on the field.
Have we seen Walker yet? 345. Damn, that's a
No, he's more than that. He's like 360. And
Damn.
he's so athletic. He played stand-up, 5'10".
Oh, he's 360. Wow.
Yeah, he's 360.
Yeah, I mean, now you talking about a man among boys?
right.
So, like, as crazy as it is, if he shows up at the combine and does some crazy ass workout, you're going to see him automatically fly up the board. Where preseason he was in the top 10.
Hey,
Top 10.
hey, Savage. What about this kid from Florida, the one that weighed 450 pounds?
Oh, he's not. He's coming out. He's coming back for another year.
Oh yeah. Oh okay.
But Florida has another big kid that's coming out this year, Cam Jackson. He's like 350. He was at the Senior Bowl, and he looked small playing next to the 450 pounder. The kid Aeneas Peebles is really good too. Sanders is good. Shamar Stewart. It's just like, how can I phrase this? You look at some of these guys like they look like Greek gods, and
Right.
they look like Tarzan, play like Jane. I say it. Some of these guys, but a lot of times, when they get to the NFL, that's when they get that that light lit under their ass. And I was like, all right, now we're here to make money.
Now Kevin Banks Jr., the offensive tackle from Texas.
Yeah.
He's legit. He's only 6'4", so they usually throw guys his size to left guard, but he can stand up and tie his shoes. He got crazy long hands, crazy long arms, man. I like to comp people sometimes, and I comp him to like a Trent Williams, because they measure Trent Williams to be 6'5". He doesn't even look 6'5". I'm sorry, but he plays similar. Back. But now, like I said, some teams are going to look at him and say, "Oh, 6'4", we don't want him as a left tackle." That's how teams are, but that's why some teams haven't won nothing in 37 years. 30 years. They got the one kid, Mibu, out of Texas, out of Missouri. I'm not a really big fan of him. He's like 6'3", 300. I'm not a fan of him, but yet some people are.
Yeah, man. And I know another good.
What about Simmons?
Well, I'm not spending a first round pick on somebody that blew their knee out. I'm not touching.
Yeah, that's crazy. You can't have first round talent with knee injuries.
Yeah.
No, you sure can.
What about Campbell though?
Campbell, he a lot of people, they're a little down on him. Once again, the arms. There's a kid, he's probably not even up there. Wyatt Mullen from West Virginia. He hasn't allowed a sack in 3 years, and you can just go to last year's West Virginia Penn State game. He shut down Abdul Carter. Abdul Carter played edge his first 3 games. He's not an edge. Yet Wyatt Mullen, this is why coaches can ruin people. Wyatt Mullen goes to the Senior Bowl, and they got him playing guard the entire week, and even during the game, guard. So that's why, I don't care if your arms are an inch shorter. If you ain't allowed a sack in 3 years, and just for that, I'm going to throw you to guard. Nah, bro, I'm going to stick you outside.
Do we have anybody to protect that bum?
If you could get him in the second round, man, that's a steal. The kid, 93, Ozzy Triple O, he's flying up. He has very good size, 6'8", 310. He has the frame to probably be 25 more pounds. Boston College always produces. And the good offensive lineman. Emory Jones, the other LSU kid, I'm really not a fan of him. I see him getting thrown into guard, to be honest with you.
Okay.
OG, watch
Okay.
how you talk about my quarterback.
Hey, do we have anybody to protect your quarterback?
Hey,
Listen, Connolly made a
I'm
lot
gonna
of money.
protect my quarterback.
Josh
You
Connolly
better put,
made a
you
lot
better
of money
put your pants
also,
on
too,
then.
from Oregon. Because if you look at the one of the playoff games when Oregon played Penn State, they ran right at Abdul Carter. And Abdul Carter was playing edge. And then after like 10 plays, he came out of the game. They ran right at him. The next kid, 39, a lot of people are very, very high on him.
Yeah. Who's that?
Levante Isare out of Minnesota.
Okay.
He's me personally, I think he's a better right side player, but I also think his home is guard and not left tackle because I watched him play in the Big Ten and gets beat a lot, especially with his the inside move. And all week at the Senior Bowl, he just got beat with the inside move a lot. The
Hey,
next
OG,
kid,
go to defensive end if you don't mind, sir.
Okay, do you? Okay.
Hey, how long are you guys gonna be on?
Yeah, because even I got to bounce in about 15 minutes for work.
Uh,
I ain't doing nothing, so I'm good.
I just wanted to after you guys are done talking the draft because I don't follow the college players as good as you guys do, but
Yeah, neither do I.
I wanted to run down the list of free agents and see which ones are worth keeping and which ones are not.
Yeah, that's good.
Can we go to that real quick? OG, you got it?
Because I got the list pulled up already.
Oh, you do?
And-
Okay.
Yeah, and I'm just gonna shoot it real fast, and you guys,
Okay.
I'm gonna call out the player name, their projected salary for the next year, and whether or not they're avoidable contract or unrestricted free agent. Because the first up is Zach Martin, avoidable contract, and he's due to make $18.4 million next year.
Let him go.
Bye.
I mean,
Bye.
I don't think they will let him go, but if you're asking me, I think they should.
I said,
right,
let him go.
All
I
right,
don't think. I think they're going to let him make him retire. I think he'll retire on his own terms. That's what I think.
Then they got DeMarcus Lawrence, unrestricted free agent. He made $13 million last year.
Bye.
Same.
Bye.
Age 33. Then you got Brandon Cooks, wide receiver, unrestricted free agent, age 32, made $10 million last year.
Bye. I'll let the what? I'll bring him back if for $5 million.
There's a reason he was
I'm gonna
most
post a link
traded.
so y'all can follow along in the back chat so you can pull it up.
There was a reason that he's the most traded player in NFL's history. Guy's been on 5 different teams. Brandon Cooks. No, I'm not bringing him back.
All right, OG, go ahead and pull that up, and then I'm gonna keep running through the list. So then you got Trey Lance, quarterback, unrestricted free agent, $8.5 million. We gonna let OG sit out this one. We already know.
Yeah, OG. Yeah, we're gonna sit you down, OG.
We gonna let OG sit out this one.
Yeah. I'll bring him back. I'll bring him back cheaper. I'll bring him back for $2 million.
I mean, I would bring him.
He got to prove himself.
I would bring him back, but I don't think they will. But we'll see.
Yeah, I'll bring him back, but not.
Slow your roll a little bit now.
Hey,
He said he'll bring him back.
I said I want to bring him back, but I don't think they will, man.
The veteran minimum. Yo, but is that the world we live in where I can get paid $8 million a year to just sit on the sideline and look at an iPad?
Well, he was on his rookie contract. He was drafted high, so his rookie contract is expensive. They picked up his 5th-year option to keep him on the team.
Yeah.
So they had to pay him 8.5 off his rookie. That's preset by the CBA.
Yeah.
I can't see. I mean, that's money you can throw at a defensive back.
I mean, who is our backup right now other than him?
We don't have a backup.
Nobody. We don't have one.
I'm gonna get to Cooper Rush in a minute, but now you got Eric Kendricks. You got Eric Kendricks.
I would let him
You got
bounce.
you got Eric Kendricks, linebacker,
There we go.
undrafted free agent, $3 million last year.
Hmm.
I say walk,
I would say Kendrick's
Yeah.
walk. Yeah.
but you got to
If Zimmer
re-sign
was here,
Brian Anger. Go ahead, sorry.
yeah, no. I was just gonna say if Zimmer would have stayed, Kendrick might have stuck around, but nah, he's gone. I was agreeing with you.
I don't
And-
think Kendrick's will be back. Yeah, because Emerson. I agree.
And then you got Brian Anger, punter, unrestricted, $3 million, age 37.
Oh,
I mean,
Bye.
I don't think it really matters with him, to be honest.
it don't matter.
He is
Jordan
one of the
Lewis.
best punters in the league distance wise.
That is true. That is
true.
true.
That's true.
I mean, I got no problem throwing $3 million at him.
Then you got Jordan Lewis, cornerback, unrestricted free agent, 2.8. He's gonna want more than that.
Mm-hmm.
That's what he made last year.
Let him go.
Let him
He
test the
Played well
market.
last year, but at the same time, I mean,
Yeah, let him test the water first and see what happens.
Yeah.
You got to
Then
get
you-
young at the position.
You got old ass Lindell Joseph, inside defensive lineman, unrestricted,
Bye.
37.
Bye. Bye.
You know, the
2.5.
sad part is he was like our best defensive tackle last year. That's so sad.
yeah.
Sad. Pathetic. I know.
And then-
We don't
And then
have
you
it.
got then you got the preferred starter over Trey Lance. Your quarterback, 32, 2.5,
Absolutely.
2.5 for the key Cooper. That's
For
about what
Cooper
he's
Rush?
gonna be. Yeah.
I don't. You think Cooper Rush will be back now? I don't think so, man.
Nah, he already said his goodbyes.
Not based off his play, he's gonna want more money.
Yeah,
But after
he
they
want,
see him at that 500 grand,
he's gonna want the 8.5 million that Trey Lance got last year.
Nah, I don't think so.
I don't think he's gonna get it
32
though.
years old, absolutely.
He's not gonna get that as a backup anywhere. In the
Yeah, I
league.
don't think he'd get that kind of money.
yeah, I want to sleep with Sasha Banks too. I don't see that happening either. You know what I'm saying?
It's Monet now. It's Monet now.
It's Monet. That's right.
Okay.
Mercedes Monet.
Then you got CJ Goodwin, cornerback, unrestricted, only played 0.4% of the snaps.
He's a
Bye.
1.3
Yeah,
Bye.
he can too.
or 35. I think anybody over 35, anybody over 32 really should just be gone. You can move on.
I agree.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, that's pretty much every
Chuma
free
Adoga,
agent.
Chuma Adoga, unrestricted, left tackle, 1.2. Well, 1.3 essentially.
Yeah, you can.
They had him starting over Guyton last year. That's a bad sign.
That is a bad sign.
That is a pretty bad.
They benched him in to watch the game.
That's a very bad sign.
yeah.
Then you got Trent Syke or Sieg, whatever the hell his name is, long
Long
snapper,
snapper.
1.3.
They usually stay. Yeah, they usually.
Yeah, I
stick
bring him.
around.
I bring him back.
Yo, long snapper and your backup left tackle made the same amount of money. Wow.
That's crazy.
Damn.
Yeah, that is.
Osa, inside defensive lineman, unrestricted, 80% of the snaps, roughly 1.2 mil. He's gonna want probably somewhere around 8.
No,
He's
they talking
probably-
about 20 million.
He's
Yeah,
not a
he's
$20
gonna-
million defensive
I
tackle.
don't
He's not
think
$20
$20
million.
million. But I
You
think
think
someone will
they're
throw
going to pay him that much
50
money?
at him.
I don't think. I don't. Think
Nah,
they're gonna pay him
he
that kind of
gone.
Washington.
No way he
talking
makes
about-
20 million.
Yeah,
Mm-mm.
me neither. I think
Yeah,
if he
that-
got
that's
10,
hard.
he's lucky. But I still think a team will throw like 40, 50 million at him over like 5 years or something like that. We're not going to sign him.
He's probably worth somewhere around 8 to 10 a year.
That's, I think, accurate. I think that's fair. Yeah, 8 to 10.
Yeah.
20, no way, man.
And then you got Rico Dow, unrestricted, 1.2, but he's obviously going to want somewhere. If he's going to be starting, he's going to want somewhere probably around 8 to 10 also.
Bye.
Nah,
That's what we
the
do.
running back class is too deep.
It
I
is.
agree.
All right, Rico.
You got Chauncey Golston as an edge, 71% of the snaps, 1.2.
Bring back. He a good.
I think he
tackle.
showed up later on in the season.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you have to.
But I'm always suspicious about players that show up in
Yeah,
contract
exactly.
years.
Towards the end.
100%. Yeah.
That's the Dana Stubblefield contract. Albert Hainsworth.
All right. Nick Vigil, linebacker.
Bye.
He only played 11% of snaps, but he didn't get playing time until players went down. He flashed a little bit.
So I guess he was. I don't even know.
Bring him back, special teams.
Nah.
Carlos Watkins, inside defensive lineman, unrestricted, 20% of the snaps, 1.1.
Nah.
He's probably a
He-
3 to 4 million a year.
Dude, see you later.
Yeah, he can bounce for me.
Stay young at that position.
Carl Lawson, edge, 30 years old, 36% of the snaps, 1.2. You can probably get him for about 2.5
Yeah,
a
I
year.
don't have,
I'll bring him back. I'll
yeah,
bring him back.
I don't have a problem there.
Yeah.
I'll bring him back.
Darius Harris, linebacker, he's signed, it says. I don't know what the fuck that means. We'll just
Oh, he
skip it.
must be a restricted
Oh,
free agent.
he's a practice squad. They re-signed all the practice squad guys. That's
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Okay.
Dumbass, man.
okay. Orwale, unrestricted free agent, 1.1. He flashed. You can probably get him back for like 2 or 3.
Yeah.
He was okay. I mean, yeah.
Will Greer.
Will Greer. So yeah, he's signed. He's that's a practice squad guy.
Feels like this dude's been cut and re-signed like a million times on this team.
I know.
He probably got a book in just NFL contracts.
But you
Man,
know, you know what the crazy part is? I swear to you, bro, and I have no reason to lie. If you look at his college tape, it's better than Dak Prescott, Cooper Rush, and Trey Lance combined.
yeah, that's what you were
That's how
saying.
his college tape was just ridiculous. They told him touchdown Jesus at West Virginia.
Really?
Oh my God, it's ridiculous.
After he
Ridiculous.
came to the league, they stopped.
Well,
Yeah.
he went to Carolina. That's where quarterbacks go to die. You know,
So-
that's what drafted.
So the next up, we got Brock Hoffman. He's exclusive rights free agents, which means that you can match his offer, or the teams have to give you draft picks for him.
Of course, bring him back.
But I could see a team screwing with us there, like
Yeah.
offering him some, you know?
Yeah.
Well,
Cap situation.
because he's an exclusive rights one, you're gonna get a comp pick, I believe, and then 2, I think it's one of those you get first opportunity to match.
Yeah.
Exactly, but I don't see Dallas matching it.
Yeah, I don't know. I like Brock Hoffman though.
Yeah,
I do
me too.
too.
No, I like
I
him.
do too.
He has I think he has center and guard versatility, but I think a team can play games
Yeah.
to drive up his
Right.
asking price to mess with us.
And then you got Israel Mukamu,
He
unrestricted
had some flashes.
He had moments.
safety.
But now
Marquise Bell, safety. I'd move on.
I would move on from Bell.
He's so undersized.
yeah,
Yeah.
he hit his shoulder. He was so
Now, this is interesting right here.
Devontae Turpin, wide receiver,
Mm-hmm.
restricted free
Bring him back.
agent.
I mean, he will come back. I'm pretty sure, though.
I would take him back. I think another team's going to offer him a chunk of change.
I do too.
Yeah, I do too.
I think somebody's going to offer him about $5 million a year. He's going to be gone.
Yeah, me too. I think he's going to be gone. Also,
Okay.
And watch
Cyrus
somebody.
Wheat- Go ahead. Sorry. Go ahead.
I was just saying, watch somebody take advantage of his speed as well.
And then you got 2 exclusive right free agents coming up. Tyrus Wheat, an edge, 15% of the snaps, 832,000. And then Wanye Thomas, safety, exclusive right, 832,000.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah,
I think
I'm-
they keep Thomas.
keep Thomas.
Yeah.
I'm tired.
Wheat, I don't know, man.
I mean, but just look at we
But
basically
it's cheap though.
we basically said keep like fucking 4 players.
well, and
Yeah.
I was trying to keep track. Most of the people said just get rid of everybody on defense.
Essentially, that's what we.
pretty much.
I was trying to keep track of like offense and defense, and basically we were just like.
I
defense
think
can
we
just
only
go.
agreed on like 4 fucking players, man.
I said keep Trey Lance if the contract is like $2 million.
Yeah. $2 million. for
Yeah, I
next year.
can't pay him $8 million to sit
I don't. He's not gonna make $8 million. I think it's gonna be closer to the league minimum than
Yeah.
that. But
Yeah.
it all depends on what he thinks his value is and what some other team is willing to put him, who they're willing to put him behind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He can actually see the field this time.
Because we know
Nah,
everybody that leaves Dallas shines.
yeah, well, that's part of the problem. But
Well, yeah, I mean, but when you got this fucking quarterback under contract like this, but
I mean, just I don't know if y'all does he have the screen up? I'm on a different screen. Does he have a page up?
What screen is it?
The crazy part is he's only 25 still.
But
he's still
if you
young.
look
Yeah.
at this is an old ass team, man. Look at the ages of these
Yeah,
players.
look at the ages.
I
yeah.
know they need a youth movement.
Wow.
Big
There's
time.
yeah.
If
that's
a player is 35, that's looking at what 11 years, 10, 11 years in the league.
yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's ancient.
That's old. And then this is their current age, not the age of next year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn, Zach Martin, 18.
Nah, watch the Detroit game. He was the worst player, and I'm not shitting on him. If you put up the Lions game, he legit was the
Oh no,
worst.
he was
player.
bad. In the Lions game, he was getting tossed around.
I mean, I'm hoping that he had an ankle injury that he tried to play through and he just couldn't leverage himself the right way. Because if that is the Zach Martin, the way he's going out, that is sad.
You're right. I've never seen him look that bad.
Oh,
So-
he was just like average bull rushes was just putting him on his ass.
So he's
Yeah.
35, turning 36.
Yeah.
I don't want him. He
Either
was
father time hit him. Yeah, either he had some injury he was playing through, or Father Time just smacked him in the face, man.
I mean, it's a cliff.
Father
It's a
Time, the
cliff.
RKO him.
You fall off a cliff with Father Time. You good,
Yeah.
and then you're just
Yeah.
bad.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, it looked to me like it was Father Time, man, because this dude was.
And the way he's talking, it sounds more like Father Time versus injury.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think
he'll
he has
retire.
the passion and the will and the heart to do it.
I think he's gonna retire, man.
Yeah, he made all his money. He probably got the first dollar he ever made in the wallet he put it in. You know, like
No, I think I think he's done. Yeah, man. I think he's gonna retire.
he's gone.
It's gonna be another wasted talent without a Super Bowl ring, man.
Right.
Yep. That's another one.
Look at this
Man.
shit.
You realize from that batch, if Zach Martin retires, it's literally just Dak and D-Law on the team from that era. You know what I mean? It's like nobody else is on that from that era on this team anymore.
Hey, look at that, $90 million.
And
Oh,
the
yeah,
crazy part is
Yeah.
crazy part is Zach Martin is done either this year or next year for sure.
For sure.
And you're going to be stuck with Dak Prescott for at least 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
Even
his
before-
contract is
even
for-
before you
If you go back to that website at the top of it, you can click on the next year, and it'll show you next year's players
Yeah.
and which one. Like Donovan Wilson is voidable next year, and so you can click through each year and see what year you can void
Yeah.
contract.
Donald Wilson, Stan Williams.
We're gonna be hamstrung by his fucking contract for a long time.
Yeah.
Like you got Guyton until 28. You got Marshawn Neal in 28, BB 28. All of these players
Yeah.
they drafted this year to 28.
Yep.
So you got 2 to 3 years left with Overshawn. Tyler Smith and Micah Parsons are both free agents at the exact same time. I'm telling you, neither one of them are going to step on the field this year without a contract.
I don't think they should either, though, to be honest.
No.
But how can they be free agents at the same time? They got drafted different years.
Because one gets the 5th-year option, right?
No, both of them. They were both first rounders.
They were both first.
Yeah.
They're showing both of them unrestricted free agents.
No, Tyler Smith.
2026.
Tyler Smith went at 25.
Yeah.
Picked 25 in the first round.
Yeah, every pick. Now, do every pick get is it the first 15 get the first year option or all first rounders?
Only first rounders get the 5th-year option. That's it. Only
Yeah.
5th rounders. Excuse me. Only first rounders got a 5th-year option.
Yeah.
Maybe it's showing Micah as the same time as Tyler because they haven't picked up Micah's 5th-year option yet.
Maybe, yeah, that might be it.
Yeah.
That could be it. Because Micah's only 27. So that would mean he's on his what? 4th year. He's
Yeah,
going into his
he feels
4th year.
younger than that to me. I don't know.
He's going into his 4th year. They haven't picked up his
Yeah.
5th year yet.
Look at what about Blands, man? I don't see us keeping him either.
Yeah, man. I mean, how are you gonna have him and Trayvon being paid top of the market?
Right.
So
That's
I'm looking at 2026, which means 2025 is the year to re-sign him. You got Parsons, Tyler Smith. They got to make a decision on Sam Williams. They got to make it Ferguson. You got Brandon Aubrey, and you got where's Deron Bland. You got 4 players that are going to want new contracts, and that's not including the ones that you're going to lose this year, like Turpin.
And that's where the fan base, especially the young cats, they don't understand. Not everyone can be the highest paid at their position.
Exactly.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
Yep.
No,
And we're not picking on anyone. It's just everyone can't be the highest paid player.
yeah.
And see, this is what we do that's different than all of these other YouTubers. We're looking at it from a practical standpoint that you got to move on from some of these players. They're too old, too expensive, and you have guys down the line. They're going to bat for Dak Prescott and Micah Parsons and CeeDee Lamb and all of these players, but you got other players in a year that you're going to want to go to bat for too. You can't have them all.
Sure can.
Debo Samuels, he is beloved in San Francisco. They telling him they got to move on from him next year.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And why do they have to move on? Because Brock
Purdy's going to be coming
Purdy
up.
is about to get the bank dropped on his ass.
Oh, yeah.
And they're not going to be able to afford these other players.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is not rocket science that there's the list right there. All the salaries to the right. You see what's coming up. If you just do a little bit amount of research, you can click on each player and it will tell you how much it is if you cut them post June 1, this year, next year, before June. It breaks it all down if you scroll down. See?
Yeah.
Dead money. And if you change that underneath dead money, you can change the cut pre-June 1st and after June 1st, and it will tell you.
There you go.
Yeah, I gotta check this out. I've never seen this website.
But if you pull up Dak Prescott, he $150 million if you cut his ass.
Damn.
150 for 1 year.
Let's pull up.
Good
Wait.
man.
Go up top and just hit the search. Hit the search, type in Dak Prescott.
What the fuck is it searching? Player search. Okay.
Go position. Go to position.
We almost there.
There you go, right there.
Look at that cap hit, bro. Look at that shit.
Man.
If you cut him, he count for $61 million on your books as a penalty. But if you cut him post, you got to eat $89 million this year, just like the Broncos did.
Hey, look at it.
On the left is the hit. On the right is the savings. So 2026, you gonna eat $90 million this year. 2026, you save $40 million.
God damn.
I mean,
contract.
we're
I
not going nowhere with them.
I said, do it. Cut them.
I'm telling you, I go to this website anytime we talk about getting rid of a player or signing a player. I always go to these websites and look at the evaluation of the players. It has all their contract information. It breaks it down when you can cut them, what you can save, when their contract is voidable, everything.
Paying $103 million.
If you trade him, because you got to eat all of his money that you kicked down the road, all the money that from his previous contract that you extended and kicked into this contract, that immediately becomes due if you trade him. You can't pass that on to another team. That's money that's already been promised.
And that's the reason why we try to tell people Cowboys cannot sign no top end free agent because of this.
Listen,
You
let's
can't-
be honest. When was the last?
Unless they push the money back, which we know that's what they're going to do.
I mean, Greg
It's just
Hardy had to be a decade ago. That was like the last time we signed anybody. We don't sign
Let's go to
people. for
restructure.
this.
No, not anymore. Not anymore. We don't, because of Cat Boy.
Or we can restructure and get 37 million.
yeah. If you restructure, you'll save 37 million off of the 80. His cap hit right now is 89. If you restructure, 37 million of that. But all you're doing is look at where it kicked the numbers down to.
Yeah.
Now you got caps hit. You got a cap hit of 132 million dollars in 2030. He's not going to be playing in 2030.
I don't want to kick it. I don't want to kick any of that money. I'm sorry, I don't.
He's not going to play in 2030. You're going to end up with it.
Wow. You fucked.
Yeah, no.
That's crazy.
Yep.
That is crazy.
I'd rather just take it on the chin. I don't want to kick.
Yeah, I
it
will too.
The thing is, if you set up there and say, fuck it, 2025 is a wasted year. We're going to trade us back as far as we can in the draft and establish as many picks for the following year. And then you cut Dak and just say, fuck it, and eat the $90 million and say, it's a $90 million fuck up. And let him go out and put some offset language in his contract. Somebody will sign him for the league minimum, so you'll get a little bit of money back. But that's it.
Listen, I could see Dallas trading back more than once. I think we did that with Travis Frederick. The Travis Frederick draft, we moved back like twice. I can see Dallas. If a team wants to come up for Gentry or something, because I could see a team doing that too, I could see Dallas moving back. Especially, we're not going to sign all these free agents.
Hey, for shits and giggles, pull up Jalen Hurts or Patrick Mahomes contract. Let's see what their cap hits are.
I spelled that wrong, Jalen.
Just type in Hurts. It'll come up.
Okay. Wait a minute. Do I gotta go? Oh, it's still there.
Yeah, 107.
The reason they were able to pay him.
No, that's if you cut him. Look at his cap number is 21. If they cut him, they owe him 107. His cap hit is only 21 million.
And like I'm saying, like they got him, Saquon, both their wide receivers. Their defense is all young kids on their first years, from their draft contracts. That's why
But if you look at his cap hit over there, you can ignore the red numbers because they're not about to cut him. But he's 21 million next year. They can afford good players. He's 31 million the year after that. They can afford to keep their good players. 42, you can afford. In 2028 is when they're gonna come to him and yo, we got to talk about these numbers.
Right.
They're not about to let him get to the 97. Depending on how he playing, they're going to be like, all right, it's time to move on, or they're going to extend him.
This is my theory, and some people have argued.
$1 million club. Wow.
Follow me now. When there's dead money against the cap, that's money that's not spent. Am I right or am I wrong?
It's spent on a player that you no longer have. That's dead money.
Okay. So basically, when Jerry does bad contracts, Jerry saves money at some points of the contract.
No, that's not how the cap works. So the cap has what's called a minimum spending. Teams have to spend a certain amount of the cap no matter what. That the extra money that they don't spend goes into a pool and goes to bonuses for players across the entire league based off of performance. They all get what's called a supplemental check at the end of the year, the top in catching and receiving and things like that.
Yeah.
It's never talked about, but they don't get to say, I'm only going to pay each player a minimum salary and field the worst team in the league and pocket the rest of the money. They don't get to do that.
Yeah, but I remember
what you end up with is like Denver. This is a perfect example. Denver had $84 million in dead money. They still owe that money to Russell Wilson, and that allowed the Steelers to sign him at the minimum because the maximum he could make is the cap hit to Denver was the $84 million. So they set it up so players can't sign for 10 million here and then get cut and then go over here and ask for 10 million again and make 20 million in a year. It's offset language
Okay.
so that these players can't go from team to team and just walk away with $20 million after being cut 3 times.
This shit's depressing.
It is. It's bad because this is Stephen Jones shit.
Mhm.
This is Stephen Jones contracts.
I censored.
What's up,
His name is Cowboy.
Catboy?
Yeah.
That's his this is his fuck ups.
Yeah, that's it. A engineering person over the damn NFL salary cap.
And
God.
he's classified as a special free agent because he's still under contract technically with Denver.
Really?
So
Mm.
There it is. I
there's
see it right there.
offset language in his contract that says if you sign him, you can sign him for the league minimum, 1.21 million, because Denver still owes him money.
Mm, mm, mm.
I thought that unless the money was guaranteed, if they cut somebody, that dead money is just it is dead money.
But it's not all hit in 1 year. The dead money is still spread out over the original contract years.
Okay, yeah, I
So
understand
you
that
see
part.
how
Yeah,
he signed for 165 million guaranteed, but
yeah,
Denver only was on the hook for 84 last year.
yeah,
Just like it took us 3 years to get off of Tony Romo's contract when he
yeah,
retired, that money still follows the contract path. That's why they always say money is fungible. They can sit up there and play with these numbers. They can extend Dak Prescott for 20 years and pay him his salary for 20 years after he retire to where it's only a couple $1 million hit. And then we all know he ain't gonna play for 20 years. Just like baseball did with
Yeah.
that Japanese dude. That contract is ridiculously fucking long. He's never gonna play to the end of it.
Oh no,
But they
there's
get to extend that money out to the point where he did it smart because he's gonna be over fucking seas in Japan again before he gets money. And he's never gonna have to pay a US dollar in taxes.
there's one guy, he hasn't played in like 20 years.
Yeah.
And he gets in the summer, he gets like $1 million like every
Yep.
year.
Yep.
Baseball. I don't follow baseball at all, but he's
Yep.
either a Met or a Yankee. I don't even know, but he gets
Look
like
at that shit. Look at that shit. I'm in the OG voice. Look at this shit.
Look at this shit.
Look at Steele, bro. 18
Look at-
million. That's
Oh
fucking-
my God.
God.
18 million to give up 10 sacks.
Still is trash.
Yo, Bland only has $76,000 in dead money. And that's the player people will talk about getting rid of instead of, yo, Zach Martin got to go.
Yeah.
You save $15 million by cutting him.
By June 1st.
But wait, so you're telling me
Wow.
Zach Martin is still under contract? I thought he was a
Yes.
free agent. Yeah, so he's a free agent. So we don't.
No, he's a voidable contract. His was voidable. It's a voidable year. So he's not
Listen, I
he's
don't
not
see
unrestricted.
I don't see anyone throwing a big number at him, especially after the season Tyron Smith had in the Jets. He played Tyron Smith, and I said it. He played like 7 games, and he got Aaron Rodgers killed those like 7 games he played. He was stick a fork in him, man. He was done. He's gonna get cut. They threw crazy money at him, man. Jets did go all in. It just exploded.
Yeah,
And
I don't.
they're saying Rodgers still wants to play. If you could
The
believe
problem with the Jets tried to go, let me bring in old guys with experience, and they
Right.
didn't account. They tried to put them with some fresh rookies and young players, but all the old guys let the young players down.
no, okay, but now
Because Tyler Smith
Yeah.
and Rodgers was the worst 2 players on that offense.
Right.
and I mean they gave him everything he wanted, Aaron Rodgers. So I mean,
And now they're moving on, and they're in a bigger hole than they were before he came. At least they had draft picks, and they were building up.
yeah, this is depressing. When does free agency start? March 1st, something like that?
March 15th.
25 million. They gotta cut him. They can save a lot. Adams is gone, and then Aaron is gone.
Shit, I
See,
think Quentin
Cowboy
Williams at 20.
benefit.
See, Quentin Williams is $21 million. There's no way Osa is getting Quentin Williams money.
No.
It's not happening.
Right.
No, yeah. No, I agree. I
But
mean,
Tyrod
look at,
Taylor getting 6.8. Jesus Christ. I need to be a backup quarterback, man.
yeah, pretty much. That is the best job, bro. You can see, you can skate by 20 years in this league, man.
6.8 million to sit on the bench and look at an iPad, bro.
Right.
The NFL is just stupid money, man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I would love to be on the practice squad.
Yeah, but they're only making a couple of grand, I think, a week.
The practice squad guys? Yeah,
I think,
they're
I
not
think it
getting
was
it.
like, yeah,
Well, they got to
I
get the
think it was-
league minimum. I think it's 1.2. I think.
yeah. That's still, that's still crazy money.
Yeah.
61 million if you cut this bomb.
I don't know if that's crazy money for what they require out of those players.
Yeah.
I mean, and you lack the ability to be able to ever put your feet in the ground because you can be up and gone from week to week.
Yeah, that's true.
1.2, you paying for your own nutrition, your own food outside of, you got an apartment you probably paying for, family to take care of, and at any point in time they like, yep, you going to New York, and then you're on a practice squad there for minimum. It's bad.
For $1 million, I would wish somebody would have did that to me when I was 19, 20.
Right.
Hey, I had one point in time I was director of security for a nightclub organization out here, and he got the rights to the Rolling Stones bar and the Hangover bar. And he was like, yo, we're gonna travel the country and keep opening up these bars. I want you to, come in and set up all the security and get every team ready, and then we're gonna move on to the next location. And I told him, I'm like, dude, we gotta be somewhere around, $300,000 to $400,000 a year plus 2 years severance pay for me to constantly be moving around and not be able to ever put my feet in the ground and get any type of security.
Yeah, that's tough.
I mean, I always live out of a suitcase because you don't know where you're gonna be.
Yeah, you gotta go. That's the single life, no kids.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
you can do that. You can do that until you like, I don't know, 28, 29, 30, when you actually start to want to be able to have kids to where you can still play with them and move around. Then you got to start, unless you want to be Freaky Parsons or Baby Making Digs and stuff like that. You gotta find a decent woman to have a family with.
Yeah, that's
Right.
But
We
what
can travel
Romo got, what, 20,000 signing bonus when he signed?
fuck him. I think something like
A
that.
lot of these players don't get much.
Mm-mm. Man.
That
And
top
they-
number is just amazing.
And you know what? It is still amazed. I mean, you know what? I bet a lot of other contenders don't even talk about this the salary cap, and then they want to talk about Cowboys can't sign nobody, and then they talking about Cowboys don't give number 4 no help.
Well, and that it always upsets me when they say you can't count another man's pockets. This is the job.
Yeah,
You literally you don't have unlimited money. If there was unlimited money, I'd go, I don't give a fuck, pay him $100 million a year. I don't give a fuck. But
Mhm.
when you pay somebody $90 million, and now you can't get other players because this dude took all the pie.
Yeah, no, I agree.
You gotta debate that.
Like, if you draft well, you get punished for it in the NFL. I think in the NFL, there should be 2 separate salary caps. There should be salary caps for people you drafted and brought in. And then there should be a separate salary cap from you going taking players from somebody else.
That's what the NBA does. The
So-
NBA has these super max contracts,
Yeah,
but they have it to a point where it's certain. If you drafted the player and the player has been with you, when you go to resign him, only a certain percentage of that salary counts against the cap
that's
because you built and developed your team within.
and
That's
how it
why
should be.
the Warriors were able to keep their team together for so long because they were on the luxury tax, but because they drafted Klay Thompson, they drafted Draymond Green, they drafted Steph Curry, they were able to give them supermax contracts and not get hit
Yeah.
with the cap ceiling. They were able to go over it because that was their ingrown players.
Yeah, no. If you draft well, you get punished. Because
You're 100% right because they about to get it next year because you got to play Smith, Parsons, Bland, all of you got to pay them, and because you drafted good, now your salary cap is screwed up.
Man, I don't.
This fool got us by the balls.
I don't know, man. I don't know. With Bland and Diggs, man, I think I would go with Bland. I think. I don't know. It's a tough one, but
Yo, Dak Prescott making so much fucking money, he can choose when and where he goes to practice. Like he could just tell them to fuck off. I'm not coming to practice today, and they can't do shit about it.
But there must be like line. There has to be like when he said jump off something like that. Like when Philly got rid of T.O. There
You
has
talking about
to be.
conduct detrimental to the team.
Yeah,
those are all fines though. They can fine him, but I don't think they can touch guaranteed money.
I don't know. But like I said, there gotta be like something where like, you know, like you're telling me that, like, let's say he fails a drug test, that then it's not that because if he gets suspended, they would get that money back. I would think so because let's say I'm back. God forbid you don't wish it on anybody, but let's just say you sign somebody, and
Right.
they start testing positive for crack. What you're telling me his contract is still guaranteed?
So what they do with that is the team has to pay the contract to the league. The league takes that money and they have a list of programs that is in the CBA where that money is donated to.
Okay.
That's
anytime
crazy.
anytime they're fined or penalized or anything to do with that, the money can't go back to the owners. It goes into a pot that the players have negotiated with. It's like United Way and all of those.
Yeah.
They all get it's broken down on their website, but they all get a certain percentage of the fines that come through.
You know what's funny? You never ever see a quarterback getting popped.
Nope.
You know what I'm trying to say? Never. It's never a quarterback. It's everyone
No.
else.
That's their media darlings.
I find that very ironic.
The last thing they want is a quarterback getting up there doing a Marshawn Lynch. They don't want that. They're not going to touch him.
Right.
They get a quarterback that like Patrick Mahomes. They piss him off, and he get up there and say, "I'm up here just so I don't get fined," over and over and over again. That's the face of the teams. They need them happy.
Yeah.
It's bad.
Yeah. I mean, listen, as much as I hate Philly, I'm glad they won just so the Chiefs can't say they're the best ever. If they would have won 3 in a row, then they have an argument. So I'm glad just on that,
And
They said they
deal with
give
annoying
about-
fucking Philly fans.
Yeah, they're saying they're saying the Chiefs are giving Kelsey until March 15th. They need an answer if he's going to come back or not.
Yeah, they told him he got to be free agency so they can put together a draft plan. If not, or
There's
go out
10
and get a free agent.
There's 10 good tight ends in this draft.
What's Kelsey's numbers? OG.
I think is it he?
What's Travis Kelsey numbers?
I thought he was.
There you go at the top.
You got Brady right now.
I thought he was on. He would be a free agent. I thought.
No, he's 20 million. He got 1 year left. Oh, where'd you go? So to cut him, you only if he retired, they get hit with $2 million in dead money. Actually, no, 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 no. If he retired, he'd forfeit his signing bonus for that year and his yearly salary, so they'd save money. I
So
don't
he
know
has
if that's
one.
in the I don't know if that's in the drop down if he retires.
So he has one more year on his contract.
Yep,
I see.
at 19.
Yeah, I don't see him walking away.
Right.
I don't know. He's been on a pretty steep decline the last 2 years. Even last year when they won, he wasn't the Travis Kelce that everybody knew.
Yeah, he just shows up pretty much at the end of the year sometimes.
Yeah, he in the playoffs.
But
27 million guaranteed.
But think about how much money the NFL makes and the Chiefs make just by having all the Swifties. So I think that
And
I
Kansas
think
City is considered a small market team. So by
exactly.
putting Taylor Swift with them,
they call it Missouri. They call it. They got big deal though out there, but now, so I think the money they make with the Swifties is more than probably the money they're paying him, man.
oh yeah. But the way the NFL is set up, a rising tide lifts all boats. If Kansas City is bringing in more money, it goes into revenue sharing,
Yeah,
and then the players make more money. So there's more than enough money in the NFL for all of these players. It's just that you got a certain set of players that devour majority of the cap for their team.
Like number 4.
Yeah, what's Jordan Love's contract? $30 million. You can build a team around $30 million.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, the Packers, they need a tight end. They need a wide receiver, even though like Watkins and Dubs, I kind of had down
But
years.
when your quarterback leaves $30 million on the table, you can go out and get a wide receiver and a tight end.
Yep.
Listen, man, this team is screwed, man, for years to come because the cap situation. Listen, Minnesota ain't going anywhere. Detroit's not going anywhere. Green Bay's not going anywhere. Philadelphia,
Eagles, the Commanders,
yeah. I mean,
the
like
Rams, the
Rams,
Niners,
the Niners, yeah.
the Seahawks are always right in the mix. They're always 1 or 2 games away from a playoff run. Like these teams aren't going anywhere.
It was so funny. The GM wanted to put a salary cap on the coaching, which is crazy.
That's hot shit. That is. I would be pissed too. I'm like, you make up these horrible contracts. Listen, and I'm not a Mike McCarthy fan, but I would get insulted too if you want to put me on an incentive.
Especially with the amount of hours that they work.
Then I'd be like, you know what? If you want me on an incentive-based deal, I make every single decision there is. And that includes drafting and free agents. I get to run everything. If you're going to put that on me, I get to draft who I want to draft. I get to sign a free agency who I want to sign. You have no say in any personnel decision. I'd call
Cowboys got $20 million in dead money, $4 million over the cap already. This team is so fucked, man.
That is crazy. Look at the Buccaneers; they only got 600,000.
Everybody, pay attention to this list: Texans, Cowboys, Dolphins, Falcons, Seahawks, Bills, Browns, Saints, all over the cap. Only 2 of those teams made the playoffs. Only 2. This is the problem. They spending the money. People keep saying Jerry Jones, they ain't spending the money. The money is being spent. It's right there.
Right.
They spending it on the wrong players.
Right.
They are.
If you scroll up to the top, look at the teams.
Right. That makes sense.
They spending it on the wrong fucking players.
Look at that.
The teams that are in the middle,
Oh.
the teams that are in the middle are the ones that tends to be doing it right. The ones that aren't spending the money, like the Patriots and the Raiders, are ass. The ones that spend too much are ass. The ones in the middle have figured it out.
Yeah. I don't want to build my team through free agency. I just want to get one or two pieces. That's it.
You're not supposed to. Free
Exactly.
agency is supposed to be getting that last couple guys to get you over the hump.
Right.
Jerry's
You're
never
not supposed to
figured
build
that
your team with the most expensive. If a player is in free agency, that means that he's already been in the league 4 to 5 years. He's already looking for his second contract or his third contract.
But the problem with the Cowboys, they overvalue their players.
They do.
Overly value their players.
So Washington, they got
But the
75.
fan base also does the exact same thing. The fan base
Because-
is worse.
Yeah.
The fan base is worse.
You got to ignore the Commanders because the Commanders have a rookie quarterback.
Yeah.
And not having to pay a rookie quarterback $30-40 million, that number would be different if they had. So you got to be careful when you look at it. There's a little bit of context to it that when you got a quarterback
Patriots
that's
got
a rookie,
quarterback.
yeah, and that's why they have a lot of money left. But at the same time, they have rookie quarterbacks because they were ass.
Bears, Vikings.
They were ass. That's why they have rookie quarterbacks. So they already.
We fucked.
But I always push back when people tell me Jerry Jones don't like to spend money. I'm like, well, why we always in cap hell? We just spend it on the wrong fucking players.
Wow.
But the Texans are going to come down because they're going to get rid of Diggs. That contract is going to come down. They're going to have money available.
Yeah, but who wants those? I mean, even
The Cowboys.
They're going to cut them to save the money no matter what.
yo, I'm sorry. Even when he was in Buffalo, he used to vanish for 3-4 games at a clip.
Yep.
He would vanish.
And he's soft as shit. And I don't mean physically. I mean mentally. He is a weak fucking dude.
He was always
Whiny,
yelling at the quarterback.
whiny.
Yeah. Nah,
I mean-
I can't see Dallas signing that. Nah, I just can't.
These numbers are fucking depressing, bro.
It
Texans.
really is. It's depressing. Shit.
Yeah, but you notice it's depressing to us because we look at it that way, but we know Jerry's other books about what he makes. The guy's
He's fine.
the guy's a genius, man.
Yeah, he's
But
absolutely
we all
fine.
know they're gonna restructure a whole bunch of contracts to push it back.
Right.
I wouldn't. I don't want to push Dak's money back. I don't. That just hamstrings you further.
You just gotta eat it and realize that you're gonna suck for the next 2 years, but get that contract in the right proportion so that you can move on.
And that's why, like, I hate it when fans are like, "Oh, well, you want to suck for you?" We've sucked for the last 30 years, bro.
Right.
That's why I'm like, what the fuck? Like, am I missing something? Like, is there Super Bowl? Did Dallas win Super Bowls the last 30 years that I missed?
Did we even compete for one?
Exactly.
Nope.
It's like, what the fuck, man?
Matter of fact, we didn't even compete in the division round because we lost them.
Right.
Have we had a competitive division round?
No.
I can't think of any
No.
game where we actually went in there and played our style of football and was like,
Well,
Cowboys are the bigger team.
The first 49 game, Cowboys had that, but number 4 screwed it up.
Well, they didn't play like that. They didn't even score 20 points.
Nah, I think defense held them though. But
But what I'm saying is the Cowboys were scoring 35, 40 points that year, and then they went into the playoffs and they didn't play their brand of football. They played
They
the
sure-
Niners brand of football, which was
Yeah.
low scoring, tough defense football.
But
Yeah.
that's
They got bullied around that game.
and that's where I come back and saying those 3 12-5 seasons, we beat nobody. We beat the bottom of the barrel teams. Anyone good we played, they smacked the shit out of us. When was the last time? When was the last time Dallas's defense stopped the run?
It was before Jason Garrett.
Yeah. Let's be honest, bro. We haven't stopped the run in over a decade.
It's
And
longer
that's-
than that.
Yeah,
It's probably
that's-
close to 2 decades, man.
That's basic X's and O's, bro. It's just like
Parcells,
you can't stop.
They didn't
the
do it
run.
in Parcells. Parcells was switching over to a 3-4. They weren't stopping a run like that.
Yeah, he never got the proper. Yeah, but
No, Jerry Jones ran him out of time.
Yeah, but let me tell you something though. Like, okay, we drafted Ware, Ferguson.
You had Canty, Marcus Spears.
But let me tell you something. For every one of those, I can name 2 busts.
Yeah.
James Martin, right tackle out of Boston College, his second round pick. Yo, he was the Doug Free draft. Doug Free went 4.
Bobby Carpenter.
Bobby Carpenter taking Julius Jones over Steven Jackson. We passed Steven Jackson and Chris Johnson. Are you?
I thought they passed
me?
over him because they were worried about his knees.
We had the Bobby Carpenter pick, so many horrible. When we traded up for Mo Claiborne, that second round pick we gave up, that could have been Bobby Wagner.
Yeah.
It's a joke. But Parcells, for every draft pick he made, I can call out 2-3 busts.
But that's what I say when you pick in the middle of no man's land. If you gonna suck, then just fucking suck and get good players. Don't get stuck out in no man's land where you're guessing.
But let's be honest, Chris Canty played better with the Ravens and the Giants than he did with Dallas.
Yeah, he did. And won a Super Bowl too.
Yep.
He was a 4th round pick.
Yep. It just seems like
As a matter of fact, I got a question for y'all. What was the last great defensive tackle? Well, I ain't gonna say great. The last good defensive tackle the Cowboys drafted.
Drafted?
Yeah. Yes.
Great defensive tackle or good?
No, not great. Not great. I'd say good.
We can go great. I'll say Leon Lett was great.
Yeah, I was about to say you got to go back into the early 90s.
Yeah. I'm going to say Leon Lett, Russell Maryland. Because
what about Jay? Well, the reason why I said good because you got to go back. I ain't talking about. I'm not trying to go that far back. But yeah, what about Jay Ratliff, the 7th round pick?
He was
good for what he did.
He was good for 7th round pick, but he wasn't a game changer. I don't think.
He played okay, man. I think that people don't watch games of other teams to really gauge how good your players stack up against other players in the league. Jay Ratliff was okay.
Yeah, he was average.
I mean, if you don't miss a Cowboys game, you're going to think all your players are stars until they go up against stars and they look like high school players.
And the best defensive probably like lately would be Leroy Glover, which we got the agency. But
guy from the Saints. That ball was cold.
Draft wise, yeah, you're looking at Leon Lett.
Yep.
Russell Maryland.
Yeah, but
Dallas,
the Cowboys go for the flash picks all the time.
But it's crazy. It's like for all the offensive linemen for the last 30 years that we've developed, there's 2 defensive linemen that were straight busts, 2 to 3. Let's be honest. Under Dan Quinn, Dan Quinn drafted 8 and Will McClay. Bro, we drafted like 8 busts along the D line. So it's not like we ain't throwing picks at the D line during the Dan Quinn era. I'm sorry. I thought Dan Quinn ran the war room. Poor Mike was just sitting there like he had nothing.
Me and Fifth had a debate on this. And I'm like, I don't know how much of it you can put on Dan Quinn. Because if you tell me Mike McCarthy didn't have control over the people that put on a uniform on game day, but then you're going to tell me Dan Quinn had the final say on what defensive tackle to draft? I don't know if I believe that.
Okay, but if you see the language of everyone in the room and look at Boss Man Fats here. We got Osa, we got Golston. Those picks didn't even make Golston did the Golston pick didn't even make sense, bro. He's a 5 tech in my opinion.
Either did the Boss Man Fat one.
No, yeah, exactly. Bohanna, I mean, according to Dan Quinn, Sam Williams was, and all these content creators, Sam Williams was Micah Parsons 2.0. The way he blew up, It was at the combine, and Quinn is working out Sam Williams. It's like I'm like,
But think back over the history of the Cowboys in the last 30 years. That is Jerry Jones' MO to draft problem players and turn them into projects.
Yep.
He's been doing that for
the animal
years. So
shelter.
drafting a Sam Williams or a Boss Man Fat, that's right up Jerry Jones' alley of saying, you know what, we're in the second round. Let's just fucking wing it. I see it. I'm looking back over the history. We had what's his name? Mr. Cover 2. I can't think of his name right now. They had bad. He was drafting bad defensive tackles.
Oh, you talking about
Taco wasn't under Dan Quinn. They've been drafting bad defense. This is on the scouts and Jerry Jones.
That's what
They
I
are
said.
horrible at fucking evaluating talent. What they probably did was came to Dan Quinn and said, "We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 players. These are the 5 players we want. Which one do you want out of these 5?" And Quinn might have took the best worst pick. Dan Quinn, in the middle of a football season, doesn't have time to go scout these players and watch all they film. He's counting on the scouting department.
Listen,
And when the scouting department comes to him with 5 players and say, these are the defensive tackles we're looking at drafting, and Dan Quinn goes, well, out of these 5, that's the best one? That's the best worst pick. Because the scouting is trash.
Whoever scouts, if you look at the Dallas Cowboys scouting department and the names on there, it's all linked somehow. Either their dad was a former player,
coach or something like that. Yeah,
former coach. And I've said it numerous times. Whoever scouts LSU and Michigan should be fired. Should be fired.
Yep. But they're all buddy, just making sure that
yeah.
their kids get money and everything like that. But that's why I tell people you got to be careful when you blame the coaches on the players that you get, especially when it's been consistent across multiple coaching regimes. They cannot draft defensive tackles.
Also,
or safeties.
But it's kind of taking Roy Williams instead of Ed Reed. I still want to vomit. But it's like
a Hall of Famer right there.
It's what I was getting at is it seems like the cancer starts on top because it seems like it doesn't matter who our coach is. We lead the league in penalties every year.
Yep.
So that's structure. That's discipline, bro. That's when no matter what. Oh, that's letting your players. You think listen, bro. I'll be honest. If I was 21 years old and you handed me a $200 million contract, I'd be dead in a year, bro. You think these kids are sleeping in their bed the night before the game? They're out.
Hell no.
And can you blame them? You can't blame them. You come from, that's money like that. You're a king. You're out till 6, 7 in the morning, which I don't care. Just win.
Yep.
It's amazing you win your away games, but you lose all your home games. Hello? Like, you don't got to be a rocket scientist to figure out why you're winning your home games and why you lose in your home games, but you win in the away games. Your away games, you're in a hotel. The home games, you're out partying till 6 in the morning.
Yep.
Yo,
like I said, they tried. I don't know why they've complicated this game so much. It is not hard. This is fundamental shit, and they let politics and analytics and dumbass decisions make their teams way worse and make it a lot harder. They would rather lose their way than win a different way.
Yep. It's all about egos.
That's Jerry.
And it's not just Jerry. This is across the league. They have complicated this shit to a different level. It's just like Seattle. Pete Carroll lost that team on that one play. That team was never the same because that opened their eyes up to this is bigger than football. This is not about winning. They wanted to make Russell Wilson the face of the NFL, and they needed him to be the MVP. And Marshawn Lynch crossing that goal line was going to change the way they wanted to do it.
Right.
This is
See,
bigger than
even that
football.
dog got pissed
Everything.
off.
Everything. It's bigger than football, man. They sat up there and literally threw away a Super Bowl trying to set a narrative instead of just punching the ball in. And if I was Russell Wilson, I'd be like, I don't give a fuck what they call. We about to run this ball in and get another championship.
Yep.
Right.
And they definitely screwed that up. Well, say, man, I'm about to get on out. Thanks for y'all
Uh,
coming by.
no problem, man. We should get a live where we dive deeper into the free agency and look at some of the other teams' free agents that might be able to.
Exactly, man. Exactly. And you know what? Because we all know that the Cowboys going to, the Cowboys, when they first get pregnancy, you know, they're going to be on that yacht somewhere sailing.
Well,
And then,
you can look at overthecap.com and pull up different teams that you like players on and see whether they're going to be free agents and see what their salary was last year and kind of get
yeah.
an idea of who you can bring in.
But you know what? But look at, before we go, look at, remember the first list you pulled up, the 24 free agency that the Cowboys have?
Yeah.
Majority of all those, hold on, give me 1 second.
You said overthecap.com. Why was just that? What you say?
Yeah, you know what?
Francis?
The majority, all those players was like 30
Click
and
on the
over.
original link I sent. Click on the original link.
Free
Pull it up.
agency.
Yeah,
this
the one
this,
that I posted in the back chat.
this just came in the mail. This is what I think of Tony Romo.
I can't see it the way you got it set up.
Uncle, what?
Uncle Rico. This is what I think of Tony Romo. Just came in the mail. Sorry.
Yeah, but all those players are over 30. So I think if you get over 32, just move on. I don't care how
Yeah.
good they are.
They all over
If you're not
30.
looking at a Hall of Famer, move on.
And you know what? And those are players who the Cowboys use just to fill up spots that they don't have. They can't get filled by the draft. I think I'd rather them taking chances on the college free agency this year.
Right.
Because Lord, they don't have no money to sign anybody that's worth a damn.
You know, I think Nate is right in the comments though that the Jerry Jones got used to the bad boys winning in Dallas in the early 90s. Michael Irvin and them acting an ass, cocaine parties and all of that shit. And he trying to model after that instead of building the team up for today's type of
Players.
NFL.
Yeah.
He still thinks you need a couple bad boys on the team to get it going. And then you had fucking Jason Garrett with the right kind of guys and had all choir boys that none of them had that nastiness to them that you need to win a football game.
No, you got to have a combination of everybody, but you got to have some dogs.
But you can't draft people that have legal problems and legal
No,
issues.
you can't.
You can
Boston
draft
really
people that might be a little bit of a locker room headache, but can produce on the field like a Terrell Owens and stuff like that. But you can't draft people that might have the fucking feds knocking on your door.
Right.
So Boss Man Fat, he should be in prison right now anyway.
He should be in prison for accessory to murder.
Yep.
Yeah, pretty much.
If that was me or you, we'd lock the fuck up.
100%.
That's the power of Jerry Jones in Dallas. He can make a phone call and make that shit go away. Same thing Robert Kraft did with his rubbing tug down in fucking Florida. Make that shit go away. The NFL is powerful, man.
Money is powerful.
Yeah.
Money, period.
Yep, because if Robert Kraft went home today, the good Lord called him home, the next person in his spot would have just the same amount of power. Jerry Jones walks on a fucking cloud around Dallas.
And we all know, and Steven, you know, he's going to take over that.
I remember, I'm going
up,
back a few years ago. We were decent. It was Romo years. We were at the Titans. We were at Tennessee. And like, people were asking him for his autograph. He was like signing $100 bills. What the fuck would I want a Jerry Jones autograph for? What the fuck has he ever done? You know what I'm trying to say?
What?
Yeah, he was. It was the game. I don't know if you remember where Andre Garrard got kicked in the head with by Haynes.
Oh, I remember that.
Yeah, I
When he
remember
first
that.
jumped
I
on the
remember
scene.
that.
I remember.
Right
Yo,
at the
he
goal.
was autographing money.
Yeah, he wants to. He wishes he was one of those players out on the field.
You're right about that. He know what I think though? He wishes he could coach.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's the main issue from day one. He thinks has enough football knowledge to coach.
But he don't. And that's why he always be trying to hire advisors.
Yeah,
But who are these advisors?
friends of the family. Yes, man. That's a
Yep.
great idea, Jerry. We should do that. Yeah, that sounds great.
Yeah,
I
try
tell
that,
the
Jerry.
I tell the people that work for me, like, I tell people all the time, if y'all see the way we doing business and y'all think that there's a more efficient and better way to do it that's gonna make it easier on you guys and be better for the company, speak up.
Mm.
Speak up. The way we were loading the trucks up to go out every day, I had one guy, his name was Samuel. He came in, he used to work in IT before he started working with me. And he came in, he was like, man, if we move this here, this here, this here, and this here, we can get the stuff on and off the truck more efficient. And I told him, I said, all right, that's your truck. Organize it the way you want. And then other people started coming to me like, yeah, man, this is way easier. So we redid all the fucking trucks. I'm never going to sit back and go my way, my way, my way if the team that I'm employing can be more efficient. And if they're more efficient, they're making me more money.
And you know what? And that's what we call if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And Jerry breaking it and trying to fix it. He been trying to fix it for the past 30 years.
Listen, you don't call the arsonists to put out the fire. You call firefighters. Jerry
Yep.
Jones is setting the fire and trying to put it out at the same time, but he's throwing gasoline on it instead of water.
Mm-hmm.
You don't spend money in free agency. And then this is the misconception that I hate, is that they consider free agency paying their own guys. That's not free agency.
That's crazy. Yeah.
That's not free. That's not being active in free agency when you going down down the hallway and handing a guy a fucking bag of cash. That's lazy. This organization has gotten so fucking lazy. They don't want to do the work. They don't go out and scout the right way. They don't go out and scout other players on other teams. They are lazy.
But you know what?
Every single
You know
time
what?
they get a new coach, they just bring in players that coach is familiar with. That's lazy.
Hmm.
Hendricks is
Have
on
y'all
this
noticed?
team because Quinn was on this team. Lazy. Go ahead, sorry.
Have y'all noticed? The Jones boys been quiet for the past week.
They on their yacht, bro.
Mhm.
They on their fucking yacht.
That's what they usually wait to start a free agency to go on the yard.
Yeah, because normally they'll be at the combine.
Did they even go? They didn't even go to the Senior Bowl. Didn't Jerry Jones say some smart ass comment about the Senior Bowl or something like that?
They were at the Shrine Bowl because the Shrine Bowl was in AT&T.
Yeah, he said some smart ass comment about the Senior Bowl when they asked him why the Dallas Cowboys weren't at the Senior Bowl or some shit.
I can't see how you're telling me they sent no scouts to the senior. I mean, like, bro, that's
Stupid.
But
So
honestly,
all your potential employees, you didn't go there and look at any of them.
but honestly, I can see that in the way we draft. Yo, in the last 20 years, second round picks, Sean Lee, Diggs, and Tank. Every other second round pick has been a bust the last 20 effing years.
Yo, what was the player that the Dallas Cowboys drafted, and he said he never even interviewed with the Dallas Cowboys? He was surprised when they drafted him.
That was Connor McGovern, the left guard from Penn State.
Yeah, he was like, I was surprised. I didn't even think they were interested in me. I never even talked to him.
They never, but the thing with him was they had a second round grade on him. That's what they said, and he was there in the third But now he couldn't snap in Texas. He got no problem snapping in Buffalo. He snapped at Penn State his freshman season, and then he was a guard. But then, of course, he came in, tore his chest his rookie year, bench pressing. But Buffalo threw like 35, 40 million at him. He's serviceable. You
I've
know,
been telling
He could be serviceable for the Cowboys, though. Yeah.
I've been telling people for years, man. These dudes are coaching is a bigger problem than the players. There are some bust players, but the bad coaching is ruining these players' careers because there's
Yeah.
no way that he can go over there and be a starting snapper there and then horrible here. And we got all of these players that we constantly say, "Damn, he over there playing lights out." Noah Brown was a starting wide receiver on NFC Championship team. Noah Brown.
And Noah
Why,
Brown did good when he was in the Texas, too.
why can he exactly? Why can he lead Dallas and be a starter on two different teams that go to the playoffs and perform in the playoffs? But he's the fourth wide receiver option in Dallas.
because they gave Michael Gallup $60 million.
Misevaluation of talent and bad coaching.
What organization gives their third wide receiver $60 million?
Hey, that is fucking insane.
None. There isn't.
None.
There isn't. But yet,
Because they
This-
get caught up with their guys.
yet these content creators and these fan base, they want a number one pick at they want 3 wide receivers to be all number one picks. They want your running back to be a number one pick. They want your tight end to be a number one pick.
And they want all your offensive linemen to be a number one pick as
exactly.
well.
It doesn't work.
No.
that way.
They okay with 4th and 5th round linemen. You know, they want Genty number one. You can get your lineman later on. Don't get your stud Hall of Fame offensive tackle in the 1st round. Try to find a bum in the 4th round. That's the they okay with. Shit is crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy. But all right, guys, I'm gonna end this stream.
All righty.
All right, man. Sounds good, bro.
Man, but thanks for coming on. We definitely got to do this like on a. We definitely got to do this again, man.
Yeah,
Because
we can do it on a Sunday if you want. I don't know what y'all schedules are, but I'm
Yeah,
pretty sure
Sunday,
most people
dude.
are off.
yeah,
Sounds like a plan.
yeah,
Hey,
or even on a Saturday night.
keep an eye on the UFL. There might be a player or two they go after.
Oh
okay?
yeah, I
That's where they
forgot.
got-
Yeah,
that's
because
where
you
they
know
got Turpin
Cowboys.
from.
I
Yeah.
love
Oh,
football, but that's hard to watch, bro.
It's hard.
It's hard to
It's
watch.
hard to watch, but there's a couple stars that pop up every single year.
Yeah, that's true.
yeah, that is true. I know Dallas got a team, but you're right. It is hard to watch.
Yeah, because it's just bad quarterback play. When you got that bad a quarterback play, it's a hard sport to watch. right.
Mhm.
Y'all take care,
And-
man.
All right, man. All right, man. Y'all have a good one. Thanks to
Yeah,
everybody
have a good one,
coming on. Yeah,
You're welcome.
Nate Dogg. All right, OG, Danny Savage. Yeah, have a good one.
Okay, you too. God bless everybody. Peace.
Yeah.